bit talking about the commercial that I shot yesterday, which was Saturday. I'll just start from the top again, and what I'll do is I'll erase that previous stream. Hopefully this one goes smooth. We put in a new router, so I don't know if that's the problem, but I just signed in and I got kicked off. I talked for a few minutes to you guys, and then I got kicked right off. So it was kind of weird. I don't know if it has anything to do with the weather, which is crazy that you're thinking about the internet connection has something to do with the weather, but I hear that a lot. I don't know if it's true. But anyway, okay, here's your tip. If you're cast in a production, make sure you show up on time. Yesterday I had an 8 a.m. call time, and I made sure I arrived about a half an hour early because I wasn't sure where the location was. And you always want to be on time. You always want to be on time. So I arrived at 7:30, and they had a nice breakfast there, so I took advantage of that. I went and got some food, breakfast food, and some coffee, and so I was able to sit down and eat it without rushing. And once I was done, then I went inside, and the first thing you do when you arrive on the set is you look for the AD, the assistant director, the assistant director. That's what you want to always look for. And that who signs you in. That's who signs you in, so that you are sure you're on time. And this is SAG rules for the union. You want to get there and you want to sign in. You want to make sure you're on time, no matter what your call time is. And once I signed in, I went to wardrobe, got my wardrobe on, and then began the waiting game. So the tip is always arrive on time. Don't arrive late. Make sure you leave home early, and make sure you're on time. That's professional. That's professional. And my shoot was a one-day shoot. So you have one day to do it the right thing. You have one day to do the right thing. And a lot of times with acting and actresses, when we're playing the smaller parts or a character role, you have that one day. That's your shoot. You don't want to show up late. So do what you have to do to get there on time. Be professional and arrive, find the assistant director, and sign right in. So let me give you a little quick recap of my day. It was pretty interesting. So what I was playing, it's a commercial. It's really long, so it's more like a commercial slash promotional material for this big medical manufacturing company. So what they do is they make valves for the heart, and I found out some details about that too. So it's very interesting. But they make valves for the heart. That's their big business, and it's a $1 billion business. So it's a big business. I wasn't aware of the company, never heard of the company, and I wasn't aware of the scope of this commercial. So this was a really big commercial. I didn't know how big of a deal it was until I started talking with some of the actors, some of the crew members, and once I arrived and I saw how big the production was, I realized, hey, this is a big deal. I thought it was a small commercial or industrial spot for a company, and they're usually not that big. They're usually not that high budget. But this was a full-on production. It looked like they're shooting a television pilot. So that's how elaborate it was. So after I was put through my wardrobe and makeup, and they don't have too much makeup on me, they just put a little bit of powder, da-da-da-da. And once I was finished with that, began the waiting game. And one thing I want to tell you too, if you're new to the business and you haven't worked on any professional sets yet, most of your time is spent waiting. So that's part of the business. Get ready for that. That's part of the business. You wait until they're ready to shoot with you. My scene was supposed to be one of the first scenes. Excuse me one moment. I'm going to jump up and adjust this curtain back here so I can stop getting hit with such harsh light in the background. Oops, sorry about that. And so get ready to wait. That's part of the business. Let me pick up where I left off. Waiting is part of the business. So be prepared. My scene got pushed back. I was supposed to be one of the first scenes that day. And what happened was it was raining here. I'm in Los Angeles, and it was raining here. And so, which is very rare. So it was raining here, and one of the shots they were supposed to do was outside. So they decided to rearrange the schedule. So what they did was they pushed my scenes back. And so, they told me, let me know that it'll be a while. So I just sat down and relaxed. And like I always say, every day on the set, for me, is a good day. I'm a character actor, and I work small parts, most of them 1, 2, 3 days. So just sat back and relaxed and waited for my time. And finally, right before lunch, my scene was up. And what my scene was, I was a patient in this scene we shot. And so I had to talk to the doctor and tell him about why I was feeling tired and da-da-da-da. And so it was some improv dialogue, which I didn't know. But it was good because it was the same improv dialogue that I had did for the audition, which booked me the job. So I had an audition and a callback, and I used the same dialogue both times. And they ended up wanting me to do a variation of that same improvisation, but with the real doctor who was in the scene. So it went well. He was very informed and very detailed because he was a real heart doctor. So he knew what he was talking about. And I just improvised with him, and it worked out great. Everybody loved it, so I was happy. That's always nice when they like your work. And so the scene went really smooth. And once it was done, then we had lunch. So I sat down and I had lunch with the actor who I was in the scene with, and also with a set photographer who was very well known also, which I didn't know. He was a very successful set and production photographer for many years. So I sat there and talked to these two gentlemen. It was great listening to them, what they had done and what their experiences were. And I talked a little bit about my background as an actor. And so yeah, it was a nice little day all in all. And so that was my shoot. Tomorrow, I'm supposed to have, which I heard from the wardrobe person, but I'm still waiting to see whether I'm going to shoot Monday or Tuesday. I'm supposed to do a music video. Again, day player, character actor, as in a music video. And the talent is a A-list talent. And once it's over with and shot and it's released, I will be able to tell you guys. But I couldn't even tell you now if I wanted to because they haven't told me. They're keeping it secret. And a lot of times they do that on music videos because they don't want the word to get out, who it is and where they're going to be, and then they're swamped with all fans and stuff. So they said it's a big Sony recording artist. I don't know who, but I'm happy to do it. Proud they picked me. They liked what I did in the audition. I got a call back, and they decided to go with me, which was great. 2 in a row, so I'm doing good. Gonna try to keep this momentum going. But that's how the business is. Again, acting, character actor. Sometimes it's up, sometimes it's down. And sometimes you have to roll with the punches. You roll with the punches. So that's a little quick update. So what I will do tomorrow, once I finally find out well, maybe not tomorrow, because I'm scheduled to shoot either Monday or Tuesday, and they haven't given me a firm date yet. And that's what they do. But what they do, which is good, what they do first is they ask your availability before they even make the final decision. They tell you what days they're shooting and what days they're going to need you. Not exact days, but they give you a range. And they put you on what's called avail, and that means available. They want to know that you're available to come and shoot whatever these days are of their shoot window. So obviously I told them, yes, I'm available. I'll make myself available, which I always do. So yes, so I'm waiting to see and I haven't checked my email, as a matter of fact, now that I think about it, I haven't checked my email recently, so I could have received a message. Last night, I received a text from the wardrobe person, or yesterday afternoon, I received a text from the wardrobe person asking me if I had what color dark suit that I have, Because sometimes they want you to provide your own wardrobe. So if you have a suit, it's easier for them to get you to bring a couple of things, and then you go to wardrobe and they, if they need to supplement it with something, then they do. So that's what I did. So I have my suit out, I have some shirts out. They want me to bring some black shoes. So luckily for them, I had everything. So they don't have to scramble to try to get me wardrobe. So we're all set up for that. I'm just waiting to see when the actual day and time and location is going to be. And again, that's how this business goes. A lot of times you don't get your details until the day before, hopefully, or late the night of the day before. So I'm hoping I'll get that information, and I'll know where I have to go and I can plan accordingly. I'm hoping now, since the Sunday is almost over, that it's leaning more towards Tuesday, so I'll have some time to prep anything if I need to. But it's going to be a real simple shoot. It has one or two lines, And sometimes they do improvisation, you improv. So that's why you as an actor have to be ready to do that. Whatever circumstances they decide they want to do, you have to be able to flow with it. And that's why they hire you, because they hope that they're counting on you to be able to bring a performance that they like. And then they pick what they want in the editing. So thank you for stopping by. Please check out my channel. I have many new videos I uploaded there. Check out some of my playlists. That'll really help me. I'm working on my watch hours. I'm well over my 1,000 subscribers. And I thank you guys again. Every time I'm going to thank you guys for helping me meet that subscriber goal. I appreciate it. Now I'm working on these watch hours. If you like anything on my channel, please feel free to share it, post it online, send it to a friend, and watch some of my playlists. I have a bunch of playlists. I'm trying to convert my subscribers over to look at some of my videos, regular videos, not just the shorts, to go to my channel and look at some of my regular videos. I have a bunch there, and so that's my next hurdle. That's what I'm working on, building up those watch hours. And I know I can do it because you guys are helping me. You guys are watching my content. That's why I'm staying here in vertical. I'm going to jump off of this, and then I'm going to do a horizontal live coming right up, probably in 10 minutes or so. I'm going to do a horizontal live. And that subject is going to be about something that I'm happy that I'm doing. I switched back to the Mac system. I'm still editing on my PC. I'm still editing on the PC system. I edit there, but I also just bought myself a Mac iPad Pro, and I'm going to be doing a lot of editing on that because I want the mobility to move around so that I can, I don't have to edit at home all the time, because I'm doing a lot of editing for the YouTube channel, and some of it I'd like to go out and do, go to a coffee shop, go to a restaurant, go to a mall, go to a park. And so that gives me the flexibility. I bought a great iPad Pro, but I'm going to do a video on that coming up shortly. And I hope you join me on that. It's going to be horizontal, and I'm going to put that in the horizontal. It will appear in the horizontal section of my channel, but you'll also see it in the live stream on my channel. And if you're a subscriber, I think how it works is it pops up. The video pops up when I go live, and you'll have an announcement that I'm going live horizontally. And then what I'll do too is I'll probably pull some shorts out of it. So this is going to kind of be my new workflow. I'm going to split up my topics so that I'm not so long here on the live. I need vertical on horizontal live. I need to shorten that down a bit. So going to jump off now, but go check out my channel at the link below. Watch some of my playlists. I appreciate that. You watch some of my playlists, and I'll be back soon. I'll be back soon here on a horizontal live to talk about my big addition of moving back to the Mac. I used to always edit on Mac only. I was a Mac only editor for years, but I'm going to talk a little bit about that in the video coming up. I'll see you soon. Keep the eye out for the new live coming soon.